If you lived in Central Texas for any amount of time, you know it's growing. Businesses, infrastructure, and schools are all racing to keep up.
That includes Belton ISD, which just announced new redistricting plans last month. The goal was to create a better balance of student populations between the districts, and now with those new districts approved, they're looking to expand. The only thing they need is some extra funds, hopefully in the way of a new bond.
Texas Today's Barry Roy is live this morning with details on the district's new multi-million-dollar bond proposal. Good morning to you, Barry.
Yeah, good morning to you guys. It is a slew of things that Belton ISD Superintendent Matt Smith brought to the Board of Trustees earlier this week. And really a lot of it centers on what you guys were just talking about. It all centers on the growth of not only Belton, but Belton ISD as well, and the students that attend classes here and all that infrastructure. Smith tells 6 News the proposed projects would cost just over $168 million. The prioritized list includes building 2 elementary schools, in addition at Southwest Elementary, campus safety and security updates, among other things. Now, when it comes to growth, the district says they saw nearly a 6% increase in students from last year to this year. And by 2031, Belton could see more than 19,000 students enrolled. That's up from today's 13,000 students. Now, the big question on everybody's mind when it comes to these things is, what will this do to property tax rates? Well, here's what he had to say.
The proposal that I laid out last night does not increase the tax rate, but our board is going to study that more at a work session coming up. And whatever their final package is moving forward, we hope that it shows that our community that we're valuing the taxpayer dollars.
Now, Smith went on to say that he realizes that with rising property values, people pay those tax bills, and that's a challenge for many of them. He says the district hopes it could keep tax rates stable or even drop them some, because that would be considered a win for both Belton ISD and the folks that live in this city. Smith also says it's the board that has the ultimate authority to call for a bond election or not. They are scheduled to make that decision by February 15th. Chris and Tahasia, Temple ISD's bond failed on the November ballot. What would the message be to those that might be on the fence? We'll have that answer from Superintendent Smith coming up in just a little bit. But for now, reporting live in Belton, Barry Roy, 6 News.
All right, Barry, thank you. We'll check back in with you later. Now at 6:30, school districts around Central Texas are bursting at the seams. In the next 10 years, enrollment at Belton ISD is estimated to go from 13,000 students to more than 19,000. To keep up with the fast growth, the district is considering a $168 million bond.
Texas Today's Barry Roy spoke with district leaders about what's included in that plan. Good morning, Barry.
Yeah, Chris and Tahasia, in short, there is a lot that is involved here in that $168 million bond that you mentioned, and it really centers around the growth of the district, the growth of this city. They are, as you mentioned, it bursting at the seams throughout Central Texas. It is no different here in Belton ISD as well. Now, I did speak with Superintendent Matt Smith, and he tells me Belton ISD saw a nearly 6% increase in students from just last year to this year. So this week, he presented a prioritized list to the Board of Trustees. It includes building 2 elementary schools, in addition at Southwest Elementary, campus safety and security updates. Also included is a facility for the Delta program, which is the district's program that is designed to teach life skills. Other buildings would also get safety improvements and infrastructure updates. Superintendent Smith knows that there will be people who won't support the plan, but points to growth as a big reason as to why it should be considered.
By growing over 700 students over the last year, we're going to need to address facilities in our school district as we continue to grow. That is a large amount of students that no other district in this area is facing that same percentage rate of growth that we are.
Smith says that they do need to figure that part out, but they want to make sure and include the community's input. The Board of Trustees has the ultimate authority to call for a bond election or not. They are scheduled to make that decision by February 15th. Chris and Tahasia, if this bond is put out on the ballot, I am told that election would take place on May 7th. To read more about this and more in depth about this and everything that is included in this $168 million bond, just head to our webpage, kcntv.com. Reporting live in Belton, Barry Roy, 6 News.
All right, Barry, thank you.